Here comes Ryan Ross, who took a devastating loss last week at the hands of RJ Miles in that super mile high from the top rope, dropped him right on his head. But this week, no pins, only submissions, a submission match. We hear that Ryan Ross has been working with a lot of MMA athletes to expand his submission game because as of right now, he is not known as a submission wrestler. So let's see what he has in store for us here tonight. Here comes the YWE World Champion, the neckbreaker, RJ Miles. Ryan Ross isn't the only one that has been working with submission experts all week. RJ Miles has definitely been in the lab working on his submission game, prepping for this submission match here tonight. As you saw him put up the two earlier, that's symbolic for the two matches he has to win. In his mind, he's already won this match.
Ready, Ross? This is my match. Submission match. What do you think of that?
I think I'm gonna tap you the fuck out.
Bet. Cause you see this? This is something you'll never hold again.
That should be mine. You know you cheated to beat me for that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm below this. I let myself get distracted.
Where's that ref today?
Not here. It's not here. You know what that means, Miles?
What does that mean?
It means you're getting your ass kicked. You're tapping out, and I'm going up 2-1 in this championship series because I'm not gonna stop fighting until I win back that championship. So let's go.
Let's see. Let's see, Ross. I'm gonna put my belt right here, okay? Yeah, you keep your back turned. Don't even think of attacking. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Yeah, keep stretching. I'm gonna stretch your limbs so far, you're just gonna break.
Oh yeah?
That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I'm a good man, you're a good man, isn't that right? We're both good competitors. Let's shake on it. Good match, let's shake. Oh, okay, Ross. I really thought you were gonna flinch there. Okay, good job. Respect. No. Respect. Come on. I really thought you were gonna flinch there. No. Come on. Right here. See? No problems here.
Oh, RJ Miles pulled him in. He's got him in the Gargano escape. Ross's hopes are done. Ross is done. He's got him. Oh no, Ross rolled him through. And he found a way out of it. Incredible counter. But that damage may have been done to the shoulder. Ross was not expecting that. Miles caught him off guard. Ross trying to get some life back into that shoulder and that right arm. And now they circle, looking to lock up for the first time in this submission match. No rope breaks, no countouts, no pins. You have to win by submitting your opponent as Ross gets control by getting that arm out. And Miles sweeps the leg, gets Ross to his back, and gets him, and it looks like a form of an ankle lock. On Ryan Ross as he breathes in pain on the mat. And he rolls over into a British escape, beautifully out by Ryan Ross into a side headlock, grinding that forearm bone in the side of the face of RJ Miles. Miles with a forearm to the back. Now he's got him in a side headlock. And now Miles applying that side headlock expertly as Ross whips him off. He's going to drop down. He's going to leapfrog over. He's going to drop down one more time. Miles vaults over. Oh, beautiful drop kick catches him on the jaw as Ryan Ross, he caught RJ Miles there, and you can't say much more about it. Ryan Ross getting the better of that exchange.
You always do that shit, man. Fight like a man, huh? What is this stupid freaking drop kick, man? I swear to God. Yeah, let me get back in the ring. God.
RJ Miles visibly frustrated here tonight after Ross nailed him with that drop kick as he asked for room to get back in the ring. And now RJ Miles is going to enter and Ross is going to let him in cleanly because he wants to tap RJ Miles cleanly because he feels like he is the better competitor in YWE and he should still be the YWE champion, as Ross is going to offer Miles a free shot here in the center of the ring. Oh, Miles took a shot. Oh, it sounded like a gunshot. And now he's going to follow up with this barrage of knees to the gut. We've seen him use this in the Best of 7 series to his advantage. These could break the ribs of Ryan Ross, and he would have trouble breathing for the rest of the match. Hell, for the rest of the Best of 7 series, because this is only the third match as RJ Miles wails down punches on Ross. He's going to follow up in the corner with these big blows. RJ Miles, an incredible striker, maybe one of the best we've seen in YWE, as he just is relentless in the corner, dropping Ross, and now he's going to follow up with these stomps right to the shoulder. He keeps attacking that right shoulder of Ryan Ross. He started out with the beginning of the match as Ross is set up for that Miles boot, but he's going to slide out of the ring, and RJ Miles got caught up on the ropes. He may have tweaked his knee as Ryan Ross is going to hop back up on the apron and look to take advantage. He's going to try and figure out what to do. Miles in an awkward position near the center of the ring as Ross is going to head to the top. Ross is going to come crashing down, bring down that elbow right to the heart of RJ Miles. But normally Ross would go for a pin. There's no pins. You have to tap out your opponent. As Ryan Ross is going to bring him to the corner and look to further the attack. Oh, and a big chop to the chest of RJ Miles. Ross going to follow up with another one. Another big chop. As Ryan Ross is going to whip RJ Miles across the ring and into the corner. Ryan Ross with that elbow strike, and he's going to sweep the leg of Miles, go out for that Tokyo Drift drop kick in the corner, catches him right in the side of the head, and Ryan Ross is in complete control of RJ Miles early. As Ross is going to pick Miles back up. He's going to pick him up and put him back in the corner and follow up with a barrage of strikes, just wailing down on RJ Miles. RJ Miles, he may be out. I have not seen him move in a very long time. That drop kick may have caught him, or it may be any one of these strikes. He has been out in that corner for a very long time. As Ross is going to look to follow up with that cannonball. Looked like he caught him in the shoulder with that cannonball as Ross is going to pick him back up with a kick to the gut. And now Rossi's probably going to look for that falcon arrow he likes to utilize. As Miles has it well scouted, he's going to block using that right leg, put it in between the legs of Ross. A great block by RJ Miles as Ross is now in a dangerous position and he fights out of it. And Ross, with a big kick to the shoulder of RJ Miles. Follows up with an enziguri to the head. He caught him on the air with that enziguri. Miles may be out on the canvas as Ross looks to pick him back up once again. He may just be positioning him for another move. Oh, he's got him here. Boston Crab on the mat. He's got him in a Boston Crab and he's looking to win this matchup. RJ Miles writhing in pain. RJ Miles, he can't get out of the he flipped him out. RJ Miles flips him out of that Boston Crab, and he's going to look to follow up once again. The adrenaline on display of RJ Miles, because he just follows up with a Boston Crab of his own. As Ross writhing in pain on the mat. Will Ross tap out here? And Miles will go up 2-1 if Ryan Ross tapped out here. Now, Miles transitioning into a clover leaf, it looks like. He's trying to hook the legs. He's got him. Oh, what a nasty clover leaf. Look at the angle of Ross's back. He's looking to... He needs to make it to the ropes, but it won't be a rope break. He needs to use the ropes as leverage to get RJ Miles out. And he's going to look to... he powered out. He used the ropes as leverage to power out of that hold. And great awareness by Ryan Ross. As RJ Miles needs to reset here in this match. And you could say this is a YWE Championship match because this whole best of 7 series is for the YWE Championship. As Miles is going to look to hang Ross in the ropes, trap his arms, and Ross is just defenseless with these strikes on the jaw. Miles just blows relentlessly across the face. And a big super kick caught Ross underneath the jaw. Ross may be out, just dangling in those ropes, as Miles is going to look to flip him over, looking for that signature hanging neck breaker. And he nailed it right onto the back of the knee. Ross's neck snapped, and Miles is now dominating Ryan Ross. Ryan Ross is in a world of trouble. He needs to get out of this and get out of this fast, as RJ Miles is going to pick Ross back up to his feet. And a DDT spiked him, and he twisted on his neck awkwardly. As Miles would have gone for the pin there, but as we said earlier, there is no pins, only submissions, as he's now gonna attack the limbs, soften them up for more submissions later in the match. RJ Miles, one of the most methodical wrestlers you'll see, as now he goes to the arm. He stomped it. He stomped right on the wrist. May have even broken the wrist of Ryan Ross. That wrist is heavily taped. We'll see if that helps Ross as he goes to the other one. Both of Ross's hands just seem numb. He's trying to shake him. Pins and needles running through the arms of Ryan Ross. As now he's going to go to the other ankle. RJ Miles just relentless here tonight. Ever since he's won the YWE Championship, RJ Miles has seemed like he has had a chip on his shoulder. He was out to prove that he is the best in the world and that no one else even deserves to be in the ring with him, as he just sits out in the walls of Jericho. And now he's going to transition into a lion tamer, paying homage to Le Champion Chris Jericho. And Miles just wrenching him. He's going to let him out, and he's going to take a second to talk his talk and walk his walk, as RJ Miles is in firm control. And now, he's got him in a Kimura lock on the right arm of Ryan Ross. We explained earlier that he's going after the right arm, it seems like, as Ross gets to the ropes and just gets out of the ring, because as we know, there are no rope breaks. And Ryan Ross just trying to get some life back into that arm. He baited him in, and he sweeps the leg of Miles on the apron, and Miles hit hard. May have bounced his head off the apron, and now, what's running through the head of Ross? Oh my, Tope Atomico to the outside. Ryan Ross landed on his feet. Are you kidding me? Now he's going to head back inside the ring. Miles fell to the outside. Ryan Ross isn't going to give him any time to recover. Tope con Hilo to the outside. He caught Miles. And now Ryan Ross needs to keep the attack on RJ Miles if he wants to take the advantage in this best of 7 series. And now Ryan Ross, he's going to go to the top rope, it seems like. He's going to go to what he knows best. The top rope, the high flying. And now Miles going to get up and cut him. He caught him. And now Miles gonna attack him on the top rope. Oh, Ross caught Miles' right hand. And now, armbar in the ropes. That's an armbar in the ropes. And Miles, will he submit? No, he attacked the right. He punched the right knee of Ryan Ross. But Ryan Ross back up on the apron. Oh, springboard forearm from Ryan Ross. And now, straight into the armbar. Ryan Ross with another armbar on RJ Miles. As Miles, is he going to submit here? Is he going to submit to Ryan Ross in an armbar in this match? Oh, and RJ Miles fights out. RJ Miles fought out of that armbar. And now he's going to follow up with a strike to the face. RJ Miles looking to set Ross up. Oh, and the Playmaker paying homage to MVP who returned at the Royal Rumble the other week. And now, RJ Miles gonna look to follow up. Oh, it looks like a guillotine choke. RJ Miles is gonna look to choke out Ryan Ross here tonight with a guillotine. And now, he's got that guillotine locked in. Is Ross out? Oh, he's gonna transition into the hammerlock. Hammerlock, guillotine locked in. And now, he transitions into a hammerlock submission. Hammerlock armbar. He's got it locked in. Oh, and now RJ Miles with this incredible limb work. This incredible submission transitioning. I have not seen RJ Miles look this good in a while. As Ross uses the ropes as leverage to get Miles to let go of the submission, buy himself some time. But RJ Miles is like a shark when he smells blood in the water. He is not going to miss his opportunity when he takes it. Oh, just as I say that, Ross caught the boot. Dragon screw leg whip. A dragon screw leg whip may have messed up the right knee of RJ Miles. And now Ryan Ross may look to stay on the attack. He's going to bounce him into that corner. Now Ryan Ross just looks so gassed from those submissions and just in a tremendous amount of pain, just trying to do anything he can. But he truly needs to take a breather. He needs to take a second in this matchup as RJ Miles is going to look to go back on the offense. Just as I say that, he blocks the right hand from Ross. And Ross is looking like he's on his heels. Ross looks like he doesn't want to fight anymore. And Miles just unloading on Ryan Ross. Ryan Ross isn't in it anymore. RJ Miles is completely taking over the tide of this matchup. Ryan Ross is in a lot of trouble as RJ Miles catches him with a bulldog out of the corner. Normally he'd go for a pin there, but it's only submissions as RJ Miles is going to flip him over and figure out what he wants to do next. He is just surgically picking apart Ryan Ross. And RJ Miles, we saw him utilize this last week. He's going to go up to the second, maybe go for that elbow drop. But Ross has him well scouted. Inseguri caught him on the shoulder, knocks Miles down to the canvas. Knocks him, looks like about almost all the way across the ring. But Ross is going to go up. He's got something in mind. But Miles is so far across the ring. Oh, Ross, frog splash. He flew all the way across the ring to connect with that frog splash on RJ Miles. He's going to pick him back up. Oh, what an interesting submission. It looks like an armbar as well as a choke. An innovative submission by Ryan Ross as RJ Miles uses those right hands, well-placed right hands to fight out. And now, he's going to get him in a wrestling hold, and he's going to look for like a gator roll, it looks like. He's just going to wrestle him to the mat, and now he's going to pick him back up to his feet. Look for that German suplex. But it looked like he didn't get Ross over. Miles may have caught that, but he's right back up on his feet. And he's going to like to take a breather, sends Ross outside the ring. Oh my God, Ross's arm got caught in the ropes. Ross's arm got caught in the ropes. Miles goes over and frees him, but Ross's arm, that damage may have been done with Ross's arm getting caught in the rope. And now Miles going to look. He's grabbing the back of his head, but he needs to look to stay on the attack of Ryan Ross. He's giving him a lot of time to catch his breath, and we all know that Ryan Ross is a dangerous competitor. He can bounce back just like that in a match, and RJ Miles has done a great job so far this matchup, but let's see if he finishes strong. And RJ Miles, he seems like he's distracted, maybe he had an idea, but he's going to go back on the attack on Ross. RJ Miles, He's gonna set up for a move, getting up, waiting for Ross to get up. He's gonna go for that last shot, but Ross ducked underneath. And now Ryan Ross right back in it. He's gonna grab the leg. Another dragon screw leg whip. He is clearly targeting the right leg of RJ Miles. And now, what's he gonna look for? He's got him hooked. 19-16 DDT. He got all of it. And now, RJ Miles is in trouble. Ross is gonna hit the ropes. Last shot. Yo, he has him knocked out. Ryan Ross should just pin him, but it's a submission match. He's gonna look for that Fujiwara armbar. He's gonna look to submit RJ Miles. Will RJ Miles tap out to this Fujiwara armbar? RJ Miles writhing in pain. Is he gonna tap? Oh, he fights out. RJ Miles fought out of it. Ryan Ross trying to bring him back in. Oh, he slipped off the foot. Ryan Ross, his grip slipped off the foot of RJ Miles, and he just seems devastated. He wanted to finish Miles right there, but oh my God, RJ Miles grabbed his kendo stick. RJ Miles, Ross caught him with a V-trigger to the side of the head. RJ Miles, there's a kendo stick on the apron. Ross hasn't seen it. This is what Ryan Ross told me he worked on at camp. This knee bar. Is Ryan Ross going to submit RJ Miles with his knee bar right here in the center of the ring? Oh, RJ Miles. RJ Miles is going to tap. No, he reached out for that kendo stick. Oh, he caught him on the... He's hitting him in the head with that kendo stick. He hit him in the head with that kendo stick, and it got Ross to break the knee bar. And now, RJ Miles, he's got him. A shot to the gut, and another one. He's looking for Mile High. He's going to hit him with Mile High. No, Ross fighting out. Forearm. Ross is going to hit the ropes. Clothesline. No. RKO from RJ Miles. He caught him in the center of the ring with the RKO. And now he's going to get him in the Dragon Sleeper. I'm getting worried. He calls this the necktie. The necktie locked in the center of the ring. Ryan Ross, he taps out. He tapped out. RJ Miles is victorious. RJ Miles has found a way to tap out one of the hardest fighting competitors in YWE, and he has now done what he promised he would do. He has gone up 2-1 in the series. He has won 2 straight matches, and he is on the road to doing what he said he would and winning 4 straight and winning this best of 7 series for the YWE Championship. RJ Miles with an incredible performance. He seemed more ready for the submission match than Ryan Ross did, as RJ Miles celebrates with that kendo stick and his championship. He's on top of the world champion, as he celebrates here tonight, going up 2-1 in this best of 7 series. As we thank you for joining us here on YWE, make sure you watch for the post-match interviews after we go off the air, and tune in next week to see match number 4 in the best of 7 series. Good night, folks. I'm incredibly disappointed in my performance. I'm incredibly disappointed in myself. I'm the only reason I lost that match. I'm the only reason I could have lost that match. And I went into that match thinking that I wasn't going to give up. But I don't even know what happened. I got caught repeatedly on the back, and he put in the necktie, and my back gave out. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YWE Universe. I'm sorry. I failed you. You should be disappointed in me. The wrestler I am right now doesn't deserve to be champion. And I got to put in the work to make sure I can be a champion. Questions, please.
So, RJ Miles won another match. How do you feel? He's only a couple more wins away from keeping up with his promise.
That's the question you asked? How do I think RJ Miles feels after winning a match? I think he feels fucking great. He just won. He's up 2-1. How am I supposed to dig myself out of an undiggable hole? I'm down 2-1. He wins one more match. That's it. My back's against the wall. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep losing. I'm not a loser. I'm Ryan fucking Ross. And this week's gonna be the hardest week of my life, because next week, RJ Miles, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna put in the work, I'm gonna put in the time, and next week, you're done. This fairy tale of you going 4-0 after I picked up the first victory to win this championship series, it's ridiculous. And I'm sick of hearing the fairy tale of RJ Miles. It's time to hear the novel of Ryan Ross.
Front and center, where it deserves to be. I gotta start off by saying, whoever that person asked Ross a question, he deserves a pay raise. He answered a beautiful question, just had a great question. And that question was, I beat Ross again. And I'm keeping up with my promises. I've won 2 now. Only 2 more and this whole thing is over. I pinned Ross, I made him tap out, and now we're gonna take it all around the ring in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And today, we had this little beauty, Kathy the kendo stick here, help me out. She was waiting just in case I needed her. And I did. I really didn't, but just to seal the deal, to make sure I don't lose. She was there to help me. And as you saw, I introduced my submission move, the necktie, which made Ross tap out. I'll take any questions if anyone has any. Yes, sir?
How long have you been working on the submission move, the necktie?
You know, that's a great question, actually. I've been thinking about it, you know. I'm the neck breaker, and if the neck breaker is gonna break necks, you also have a badass submission move that will also tie up your neck, right? So we made up the necktie. I worked for it on a long time. I worked with a certain group of people, a certain person being Aleister Black, maybe. Yes, sir? Another question?
Going up 2-1 in this best of 7 series, what kind of confidence does that give you going into next week?
Gives me all the confidence in the world. Not like I needed the confidence anyway. I already knew I was going to go and win 4-0, and I'm proving it. And I'm going to prove it next week and the week after that. And then it's on to Mania. But if Ross loses, I won't have any challengers. So, once again, just like the first Mania, it will be an open challenge because I already know I'm going to win. So if No Shoes wants to step up, if any of the past YWE superstars want to step up, at Grand Battle, I'm announcing this now, a couple weeks in the future, your WrestleMania match is going to be, or Grand Battle match, excuse me, is going to be an open challenge. So think about that.